Good morning. Nick Walker here with Texarkana Contractors. I'm here this morning with my friend Chad Carlile, Sounds Good Audio. This is our first featured Friday for our Texarkana Contractors page. August 5th, Friday. Chad, for those listeners who may or may not know, can you give us a little quick introduction about who you are and what your business does?
Hi, everybody. I'm Chad Carlile with Sounds Good Audio and Video here in Nash, Texas. We're here in the Nash Business Park, right over here off of Highway 82, right behind Texarkana Aluminum. We have our design center and our offices are located here. We used to be over in Lake Village way back in the day when we first were getting our feet wet in the business. And so we were blessed to be able to have this building here and get moved in and really create quite the experience for customers to come in, talk about the projects, kind of show them a little bit about what's available in the market, the different types of setups and electronics and the different types of automations and just a whole plethora of different things where we can sit down with them or the contractor, go over house plans and things of that nature.
I still see y'all's old sign there in the Wake Village Circle whenever I go through there.
The old Sounds Good black and white logo.
That's right. Oh, it's still up there. It's up there. Well, what inspired you to start this business in the first place?
That's a great question. And actually, our story is kind of long, so I'm going to narrow it down. I started Sounds Good Audio and Video out of necessity. I was working at Cooper Tire, and that was in 2003, 2004, new house, new kid, new marriage, and we went on strike. So
I remember that strike.
it was more of a devastation than it was a strike.
Yeah.
So basically, I just started calling builders and started pre-wiring houses, and then just over the years of doing that, from probably I started that in 2007 full time, along with working at Cooper, and then by 2012, it just blown up, and it was a blessing, and it was costing me money to go out to Cooper and work versus doing this, and I was burning the candle at both ends. So after long thoughts and a lot of prayer, I took a leap of faith and went out doing this full time, and I think God really put his hand on it, and man, here I am talking to you almost 20 years later,
right?
On a podcast and trying to reach out to the community and help a lot of other people get their dream audio video systems and technology if they want in their new homes.
I would say that God has definitely blessed you guys. Y'all have a beautiful location here. If y'all haven't seen it, you definitely got to come check it out. So I know, a little bit about your family. Y'all are entrepreneurs as a whole. Is that something that you've always known that you wanted to do, or is that something that found you?
No, it's in our family. I had my great grandfather on my dad's side. They're from East Texas, and he had a grocery store. And then my dad's dad, he had a wrecking yard and a big mechanic shop with tow trucks and mechanics and stuff where they grew up. And of course, my grandfather and my dad both were in the elevator business and are in the elevator business. My dad's business is Camco Elevator, and that kind of spread down to me and my brother Colin. We've all, me and him, kind of have been the entrepreneurial guys, and Colin's done really, really good with his dumpster business with Just Us Dumping, and he still works in the office with my dad. So I see, kind of not really an entrepreneurship, but it's kind of one of our family legacy traits that we're proud to talk about and not ashamed to talk about.
As you should not be.
So
obstacles to overcome, never something to be ashamed of.
Absolutely not.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced in the early days of starting this business?
Just getting in front of people, being obscured, and obscurity, as well as if people don't know about it, you're not building a business. You're building a secret.
Yeah, you're selling a secret. We've had that discussion
before.
So
I think once you can get past the obscurity and kind of really get out there and get not just your company brand, but your self-brand built. Back then, we didn't have social media.
Mm-hmm.
We were
word of mouth.
We were nailing signs on telephone poles and running ads with the Texarkana Gazette and spending thousands of dollars running in whatever magazine that would let us run.
Yeah.
And, knocking on doors when we were doing a job, we'd hit either house or across the street and leave a flyer on the door. And built it like we did back in the old days. And social media came along. That was at first a big learning curve for, I think, everybody. But the bottom line is just you got to get out of that obscurity, and just really get the brand built up. Because, like I said, we're not building a secret; we're building a business.
I tell people in sales, it's really you got to get out of your comfort zone. One of the biggest obstacles whenever you pull up somewhere is getting out of the truck. Just that's the first thing. It's easy to drive by and say, "Oh, I'll hit them next time."
That's right.
Get out of the truck.
That's exactly right.
Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of the truck. So looking back, what was the turning point where you felt like it really took off for you guys?
Once I got clear on our vision and got clear on where we're going, I think a lot of business owners or managers, they don't have a clear vision. They're just going to start a business and, wish for the best. But I think once you get clear on your vision, the path you want to take, I believe and have been taught that clarity is power.
Absolutely.
And it does open up a whole nother deal into a breakthrough of having a roadmap of where you're going and how you want to do it and who you want to do it with. Mm-hmm. I think me and you've talked about this. You're only as good as the 5 most influential people that you hang around.
That's right.
So I really believe in clarity and who your circle is, because that's the type of people you'll bring to the table and bring to your team. And that's the type of people you want to do business with.
Yep. What's that old saying? You hang out with 5 millionaires, you'll be the next millionaire.
It's a lot easier to keep up with 4 quarters than it is 100 pennies.
No doubt it is.
So
you're right about that. What do you think makes your business stand out from others in your industry here in town?
Service, 100%. We're all human and we do make mistakes, and I have let things slip through the cracks, and any business owner has. Mm-hmm. But I think one thing that really stands out with ours, and not just me, but every technician, every office staff, is service. Doing what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it, when you say you're going to do it, and for how much you say you're going to do it for. Mm-hmm. And that comes back to having those core values, that mission, and that clarity in place is the foundation of what we do here at Sounds Good Audio.
And it sounds like y'all got it down pretty well. So what's your favorite part of running this business, and what's the most difficult part?
The most fun part is watching the customer's face when we hand over the remote control or the phone and turn that system on for the first time, and just watching that first expression of their face. It's priceless.
I can imagine.
Our saying is making connections and elevating experiences.
Yep.
That's one of our taglines. The most difficult part is probably number one. I'd probably say is some of the age gap difference. Some of our golden customers, they kind of have a little, I won't say a struggle, but a little harder time wrapping their mind around how the technology works. In some aspects of that, but once they grasp that, and they get used to it, they usually come back and ask for more.
So do y'all train those? Like I know you're talking about the golden. My grandmother, if she changes the input on her TV, she'll go 3 days without watching TV and finally call me and say, "Nicholas, can you please come fix my TV for me?" Because once the input or anything has changed, she's sitting it down and she's walking away.
Yeah. You'll have that. Yeah. Technology is challenging for anybody, especially new technology.
Yeah.
But we try to make it as easy as we can. We give a full demonstration on any system to any customer once it's installed. We answer any questions. But of course, you're going to have bugs in any system. It's just like when you buy a new car. You may have to take it back to the dealership a few times to get a few things fixed. But once you kind of get over that hump a little bit and start enjoying it, things go a little bit smoother.
Absolutely. So where do you see this Sounds Good 5 years from now?
Our 5-year vision is growth right now. We want to go from being just regional, maybe even to national. We've discussed that in some of our visioning team meetings. I think right now we're just still concentrating on service. One thing that we are fixing to start doing is offering a service agreement plan for residential and some light commercial applications that will get it's just basically a priority service agreement to where we come out every quarter or biannually out to your house. Some of the bigger, more technical systems require some maintenance. With that, there'll be perks, with discounts on service rates, discount on products. Have the option to, on the networking side of things, to either lease that equipment and get full technical on-site or remote, support and service. We're about to implement that. We're kind of in the final stages of getting our draft done and getting that out to the public and getting it advertised. We sent out some surveys to some of our more top customers to kind of get some feedback on if they'd be interested in that. And what we got back was just to me was just astounding, because there was a lot of people that would see a lot of value in that. So that's one big vision that I've been working on for the company to implement that growth.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a good, especially for the golden age people. I mean, it sounds like a really good idea to be able to go back in. They have any other questions or something like that, maybe they've adjusted something, they don't know how to readjust it.
Yes.
That maintenance plan, you come back in, you readjust everything. So I like that. Has the community played a role in your success? And
I couldn't have done it without Texarkana, and even Nash has played a really big part. When we moved over here, they welcomed us with open arms over here in the industrial park. I couldn't say good enough things about either three of our towns: Nash, Texarkana, Texas, or Texarkana, Arkansas, and even beyond. We got a lot of customers that are here that have other places and other cities, other businesses in other states and other towns. But it all goes back to that baseline of what I was talking about: your clarity, your core values, service, trust. People will do business with you, and they do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. And that's one thing that I talk about with customers. I talk about with our team, and I talk about with other young entrepreneurs that we kind of mentor a little bit.
And as far as the community goes, it's huge for you guys to make good relationships with builders and other contractors, because I mean, there's not always just a customer calling you. A lot of times it'll be a contractor.
No, we got several builders that we work with and actually work personally with in their homes. But like I said, we're all human. We've all made mistakes, because Lord knows I have. But the main thing is, can you learn from those, implement better things to fix those?
Yeah.
So it's all about just keep growing, keeping your mindset where it needs to be, and constantly just improving daily.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned mistake. That leads to the next question. What's one mistake that you made early on that taught you a valuable lesson in this industry?
Answer the phone. We get so busy, but a lot of times when that phone's ringing, you never, and then not just the phone, but text, email, and one thing that I'm working on personally is doing that in a more timely manner. And we've got some technology that we're bringing in to help Chad do that, because
Chad needs help.
Pulled 9 different directions sometimes. Yep. And so that's one thing that I'm working on personally to do a lot better job on.
That's one thing I need to do a better job about. I mean, whenever your livelihood is made on technology, phones, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. You're looking at that phone thinking, does that thing ever stop? And it doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't. It's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. But so you could give us one piece of advice to someone starting out their own business. What would it be?
Find something that wakes you up, gets you up, and keeps you up.
Excited.
Find something that you wake up thinking about, you think about during the day, and you go to bed thinking about it. And at the end of the day, we're all problem solvers. Whether somebody's got a leaky roof, whether somebody's got a TV they need hung, or a wire they need ran, it's all in the service. It's all about creating those connections and elevating those experiences and building that trust and the relationships with the customers. Now, you're not going to do that with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've also found out, not everybody's going to be your customer, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's totally fine. But the main thing is with me personally, it's just really having that servant's heart and building that connection, that relationship with that customer.
I'm told, we were just talking about that this morning. If you find something you enjoy, it doesn't really feel like work. It's
No.
Sometimes
if you love what you do, you'll never go to work a day in your life.
That's right. We talked about that. I think just this morning we said, hey, I said, we were sitting there getting donuts to bring up here, and we were talking. Said, these days it doesn't feel like work sometimes, and I think that's a beautiful thing to find in your life.
Yeah.
Finding something that you can enjoy enough to make it doesn't feel like work every day. Now, there's days it feels like work, absolutely, but
it's like this podcast we're doing. I mean, this is just a conversation. This stuff, man, you do all the time,
right? I talk to you on a daily basis. I mean,
so
just record it every now and then. Outside of work, what do you do? What do you enjoy to do to recharge?
Here lately, I've been reading. I probably finished 3 books in the last 3 months. I'm in the middle of writing some manuscripts for a book right now that I've been wanting to do for, last 2 or 3 years.
Yep. I've read some of it. It's good stuff.
I'm not going to give a whole lot about it, but that's one thing that I'm working on. I enjoy playing the guitar. I enjoy banging on the drums. When I can get a chance to set them up, I love getting up in the morning, walking with my wife, and sharing my time with her in the morning, and getting a little exercise. We're involved with our church over at Oasis Life, and that plays a big part in our journey and our day-to-day life. So, I don't call them irons. I got a lot of, we'll call them irons.
Yeah. Well, we got to give a shout out to our Nash Rotary Club too.
Oh yeah,
Nash Sunrise Rotary, both part of that club.
Yep, so, absolutely.
So, do a lot there, give it back to the community, Nash specifically, but also Texarkana.
Yeah.
I know that's something that we both do together. So, what's something about you that people would be surprised to learn?
Oh goodness, probably that I am reading books and thinking about writing one.
You can tell your teachers, look at me now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, if you weren't doing this business, what do you think you'd be doing instead?
I would still be in sales. I try not to think about that because it's something I love to do. But I don't know. I'd probably be selling something to somebody somewhere.
I tell you, it's a niche that once you get it, it's hard to stop scratching, man.
I enjoy not just selling, but I like, seeing if somebody has a problem, and I know without a shadow of a doubt in my heart that my product and my service can fix that problem for them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a service over self.
That's right. That's Rotary
rule.
That's
service
right.
over self. So I mean, once you get that, it's instilled in you. So, I appreciate it. How can people connect with you or learn more about your business here?
We're located at 301A Industrial Boulevard, right here in the Nash Business Park. Our website is www.soundsgoodtxk.com. You can find us on Facebook at Sounds Good Audio and Video. You can find a lot of good stuff there. Phone number here is 903-278-0830.
Good deal. Is there anything exciting coming up that you'd like to share with anybody? I know we kind of went over your new maintenance deal that's coming up.
We've been really pushing smart home technology the reason is because people have been asking for it. We've got our new Control 4 system, which is on display here at the showroom, and that people have come in, and it basically sells itself. So we're proud to offer that. So that's pretty much it.
Okay. Final question. When you think about your legacy, what do you want to be remembered for?
Service, generosity is a big thing. And I want people to, after I'm gone to, remember the things that, I've instilled in them. The main thing, and is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that has shed his blood for me. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
Amen. 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 All right. Well, I appreciate the time today.
Absolutely.
You can also find them on our TexarkanaContractors.com
Absolutely.
website. They are under the audio visual category there, and I appreciate the time this morning, Chad.
Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you for being on my first Friday featured here at TexarkanaContractors.com. We hope you all enjoyed this podcast, and we'll see you next Friday.